everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Eagles going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll see if they can pick it up here with a fullback, Felton. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. For Rivers. He's got time. He's going to fire. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Brown in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
On the counter, it's Miller. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. And the wideout in motion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And again, he'll find Gronkowski, complete. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll come out in the pistol. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play action now. Rivers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Rivers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the I. In motion is Austin Hooper. They'll toss it to Miller. Working for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second down, Rivers. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Rivers. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out with 1 back and 3 and he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that, because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge. and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
390. Delta.
Play clock winding down. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Third and long for Rivers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it brings up fourth down.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. That's pulled in at the 32. Rolls the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Back to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Now whistles here. We're going to get a timeout taken by the offense as they'll use their second one of this first half and make sure they've got the play call right.
partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Thomas rolls in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it running right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll set up a throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. The return. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a second down throw for Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
To throw is Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go. 19!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So fourth down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. What a spin. Stays on his feet. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Shift together here from the D-line. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 2nd down, Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Rivers to throw it. Got him in. He finds Sanders. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chain. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Rivers, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he'll bang that one through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Got it. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a 1st down. They're just 1 yard.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, this is Rawls. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Losing 2 yards that time. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They begin with a run by Miller. And they take it. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Switch. Watch twist.
Now Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield.
Here we go. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go. 3-19.
Pitch goes to Rawls. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this is certainly a tough... And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.